Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Birthday's the Beginning. How big of a map do we want? Let's go... large? Transfer terrain and organisms, no. Capture info, levels, and items, yes. Okay, and we're just gonna load this data. Okay, so we're not gonna have any creatures. We're starting from the very, very bare beginning. Anyway, I'm just gonna ignore everything. Is this okay? Okay. So we have everything that we had. Let's go in for a second. How big is this? Christ. Do I want it to be this big? This is a normal map, right? Or is this a small map? Let's go back to the title screen for a second. Okay. Nope. We don't want to load. We want to go free mode. Let's try normal? But I like to load a game data. Okay. This unknown world. Progressing, Navi. Okay, we're just gonna be Avatar. I don't even care about naming right now. Seriously? This is normal world. Oh god. Huge must be horrible. Okay. Let's just raise this up. So this is gonna take some real work. Because effectively, I mentioned this, I mentioned this when I was playing, campaign mode. We're gonna make 1,000 needles. Unfortunately, gonna take a long time to get this done, though. Oh, interesting. The temperature is really high for whatever reason for the beginning of the world. I don't really understand. But yeah, we're gonna be making the 1,000 needles. If you guys have never seen or played World of Warcraft, 1,000 Needles is a specific zone in it, where I guess technically there's two versions of the 1,000 Needles. There's two versions of the 1,000 Needles. The most recent one, which is post-Cataclysm, where the entire world flooded, and or not the entire world, but the entire zone flooded. So you have these, like, big stone spires rising out of a, effectively, like, a flooded gorge. It's actually really neat. Like, it's a really nice look. They did a great job with, the Cataclysm Zone remakes. Even though I'm not much of a World of Warcraft guy anymore. But I was thinking the other day, it'd be really interesting to try and make a bunch of mini biomes using that style. Yeah, pre-cataclysm dry needles was really dry. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was kind of dry and incredibly boring. That was one of the areas that always kind of sucked to go through because there wasn't really much in it either. It was just like, okay, I guess I have to go to 1,000 Needles for like 2 levels, maybe 3. There's a couple of those. Was it like Burning Steps that also kind of sucked? I don't know, it's been too long since I did pre-cataclysm leveling in WoW. But I'm glad I don't anymore. Okay, let's use some items. There we go. Yeah, I want to get this whole world lowered. We'll make it into a functional ocean later, but I wanna more or less get everything down first. And then we'll figure out, how to get primordial creatures in. Uh-oh. There we go. I guess if I just hold this button, it'd be really nice if... Oh, interesting. If I, like, hold it down? No. There's, like, kind of a way that I was able to strafe there for a moment, which is really odd looking. It's gonna be a long effort to get the ocean down, though. Not the end of the world, though. Okay. I might turn on some music. Should I turn on some music? I feel like I should turn on some music. I'm kind of floored that this game actually does not have much for music right now. Like, we've got a little bit... Oh, right. Doesn't the music, the music shows up almost programmatically. I think it's actually based on, like, what land masses you have. Because the more I get ocean down, the more I'm hearing kind of... ocean. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to turn on music. Could just go back and turn on some more of my Mega Man music. That might be a bit much, though. What do I have? Oops. Okay, let's find some music. Unfortunately, it's always... I have a very limited set that I can actually listen to. Oh. Freaking... Let's listen to Pokemon remixes. Oh, that's Mega Man. Okay, here we go. I don't know how many of these are recognizable, but we got some Pokemon music now. Okay, let's turn off background music because we don't want to hear it. There we go. Yeah, why Pokemon? Because, I mean, we are collecting monsters. It's just, they're real monsters, not pocket ones. I don't know. Whatever. Probably should have actually turned on, music for the full series, but I never felt like it. I don't know. I guess I was just too enthralled with relaxing that it never struck me as a particularly important thing. Oh, I hate it when I do that. Uh-oh. Off by one. Yeah, Pokemon is fun. I really like the Pokemon games. I want somebody else to make a monster collection game for once. Like, I have half of the temptation, once I'm done with the D&D campaign, to start illustrating out a bunch of Pokemon-y things of my own, and then maybe eventually figure out how to turn it into a game. Unfortunately, I think, well, not think, I know I still owe Bird a ton of 3D models. So that's kind of also one of those priority things. I don't know, it's a pain in the ass. There's always Yokai Watch. My problem with just, most monster collection games is they're very, very obviously geared towards, like, younger kids. Which isn't, like, the end of the world. But as an adult, I'm really bored by them. I really liked Sun and Moon. I thought they were fantastic games. They're really fun to, like, wander around and stuff like that. But they were just so boring at the same time. Like, it was the best Pokemon game ever, but ultimately it was still just a Pokemon game. And that was the issue. Monster Super League. Name sucks. It's really cool. It's on iOS and Android. It's... Because that kind of sucks, though. I'm gonna have this one be pretty low to the ground. Maybe... Huh. Interesting. Because we're on top of the heat rock. Not actually showing me there. Well, that's okay. But, like, I want to play a monster collection game. Okay, I don't know how many of you guys have ever... Whoops. Oh, that's a doof. There we go. I don't know how many of you guys played Dragon Warrior Monsters, for example, but Dragon Warrior Monsters had absolutely fantastic mechanics. Like, it got deep as you went along. And I really dug that because it was way more interesting than Pokemon to me, and I think it kind of ruined the series to some degree. Alright, let's do Water of Life. Oh boy. This is a remake. But like, Dragon Quest Monsters had some like really deep mechanics, like you kept reincarnating your monsters over and over again, but like recombining them to make rarer and tougher versions and stuff like that. It was cool. And I'm always a little bit disappointed that nobody else ever kind of followed suit. Alright, so we got Phytoplankton, which is new? Doesn't look like I can scan it. Maybe Phytoplankton is impossible. Okay. Like, I know there's Yokai Watch, but I don't know. I just want, I just want, like, an indie developer. Not like, you know, not like a full studio to actually make something, like, deep and interesting. So we have phytoplankton, we got zooplankton. I think I just can't scan these things. Oh, that's okay. This is really pretty. I picked up a game called Ceralim for a little while. And that was kind of a neat game. But it was too ugly and kind of too limited to be worth playing after a certain point, which sucked. Interesting that it kind of like caps out here. I guess the ocean is just straight up too hot for anything. Okay, let's get rid of the hot rock. Cause that's not that useful. But like, I always like indie games because they tend to kind of push the boundaries. And games like Yokai Watch, Pokemon, even the Digimon games, which have had some kind of nicer new mechanics, ultimately still, there's not much to them. They're very conservative games with, limited mechanics that make it, you know, make it so they don't have to worry, I guess, as much. Like, whether or not people are gonna look at the game and be like, this is too hard. This is, like, not complicated enough and stuff like that. And I can totally empathize why, like, companies would be afraid to, like, take too many risks. Like, I totally understand why Pokemon, for example, only experiments with their side games. But I kind of wish they'd commit to, you know, coming up with a new formula after so many years. Let's see, what I'd like to see in a Monster Collection game. Just deeper. All around. I want the, I want the battle mechanics. Honestly, actually, on the topic of Monster Collection games, even though I guess this isn't one, it just makes me think of them so much. There's a lot of different Monster Collection games that I'd like to see. I really love Stardew Valley, and if somebody managed to make like a Stardew Valley crossover, with some kind of Monster Collection game, like that would be really cool. Oh, you know what? I bet I could just pop global cooling. Let's get it down in the 40s. That seems a bit more reasonable. Okay. And let's get out of here. But yeah, like a farm sim game crossed with, a farm sim game crossed with, Monster Collection would be great. I know there's Monster Rancher, but that didn't quite get into it. Digimon World to a point. Yeah, except for Digimon World was mostly RPG. I want one where it's just straight up, you got a farm, you got monsters that you're farming, and your entire goal is to, just to make, like a farm that functions using the monsters as like, both as farm animals, but also like, I guess you have to fight or something? I'm not entirely sure. I haven't thought about this too hard just because it's like, I can't. Okay, so it wants 38 to 53. Oh, Broth of Life. I gotta use a Broth of Life. Where's the Broth of Life? Where's that Water of Life? I guess I'll use a Water of Life here. Maybe that'll do the trick. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see, what about the Rune Factory games? Kind of? I don't know. I guess I just want to... I just want a game where, like, for example, you got, like, big boulders in the middle of your, farm. And so you roll in with, You roll in with, like, a giant golem creature and it can move the rocks around or break them up or something like that. Like, that'd be really neat. I actually don't know how to start life again. Do I do, like, a Seed of Mutation here? I legitimately don't remember how to start. Multiply organisms as you please. Thanks! Oh, you know what? It's probably just still too hot. Once the temp gets down into like 50, that should do the trick. Okay, well, let's just keep passing the time here. Another monster collection game that I'd like to see is actually like I'd love to see some kind of like 2D side-scrolling monster collection game. I have no idea how that would work. I guess if it was close to like a Child of Light style gameplay. Let's see. Wondering if a deeper ocean will cool down the temperature. Nope. Deeper you go, the warmer it gets. Yeah, so we have to wait for the air temp to drop down to probably below 53, and then we can start getting some creatures, maybe. But like, I'd love to see, like... I'd actually really like to see a Metroidvania RPG. I'm not entirely sure, like, what that would entail, but it would be cool to have a... You know, an RPG where you're just exploring around and stuff like that, but, you know, instead of being, like, action... it's just every once in a while. Why is the temp going up? Temp shouldn't be going up. I don't know. There's a lot of games that I'd like to see made, and someday somebody's gonna make it, but until then, I'm just kind of sitting around waiting. Hungry. Had some dang good pancakes. They just aren't enough. Hours and hours later. So Symphony of the Night. I actually never really played a whole lot of like Castlevanias, but like I really loved the level design in Hollow Knight. I thought it was an absolutely fantastic game. And I'm always a little bit surprised that other genres don't like try and kind of get into the Metroidvania design. Like Dark Souls did a really good job of doing Dark Souls did a really good job of introducing Metroidvania stuff. It's supposedly the temperature is lowering, but I don't believe it. I guess what I could do is just toss a cold stone here. There we go. Because those games are RPGs. Yeah, but like, I don't know. It just always bugs me that RPGs are always just this like one kind of cookie cutter style 90% of the time. It's like, nah, mess around with it a little bit. Make some cool stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna keep burning time here. We might just kill off all of our zooplankton by making it cold, though. Oh, there we go. Stromatolite. Where are you? There you are. Took you long enough. I'm gonna just immediately hit it with Seed of Mutation. And Seed of Evolution. That should help a little bit. Maybe. Nope, wrong one. I guess the other thing I could do is actually expand out a little bit. I don't know, whatever. I guess the other thing is I should probably start making the needles. Okay, let's make a big needle over here. Yeah, part of the trick is we gotta actually make some land. Looks like the temperature is starting to actually go down. I might have to use global warming to get some of this stuff working. You know, I'm gonna... Oh, we're out of juice. Okay, let's get this up. Okay. Right, we should probably get some river sources. Let's get a river source over here. And Shrinky Dink. Oh. Crap. And that ruins the river source. Oh, that's okay. I got a ton of these. I just always wish that there was a easier way to specifically get the river to expand. They didn't really design this part particularly well. Okay. At least I can use keyboard mouse for this. Make it rather easy. There we go. So now we end up with a couple little waterfalls here. Oof. Okay, and let's go over to this one. Let's kind of do the same thing, honestly. Do river source. This one's a bit bigger. Let's lower it down a bit. There we go. And I guess I'll just have a waterfall coming off this side. There we go. I like waterfalls. It's not exactly the most thousand needles, but it'll work. Okay, and while we're here, we should probably also get rid of the cold stone. Oh, I don't think we need it. Okay, how high can these get? Really freaking high. Okay, there we go. So now we should start ending up with some critters in here. Honestly, it's super tempting to just hang out for a while. I should probably actually go hunt down some of the Elrathia. And toss seeds of mutation and stuff at them. Because that's something we didn't really do. There's a lot in my, like, evolutionary tree that we never bothered with. Let's zoom out a little bit. Like, we're doing okay there. I guess the Elrathia actually did start to evolve. It's mainly the, Didomopitonia. I don't know. Or I guess I could just let time pass for a little while at least. Looks like life is spreading pretty quick though, so that's a good sign. Should probably drop the ocean down a little bit more. Let's go like right here. Do I have like a valley source? Okay. I don't know what I'm specifically gonna do with this thing. I just want to make some sections that are maybe a little bit on the lower side of things. Maybe I'll make like a... Maybe I'll make a proper, like, ravine in the ocean cutting through some of these areas. I'll figure that out. Anyway. Gotta make another one. Gotta balance everything out, or something. I don't know. Yeah, my main goal with this entire thing is to see if I can have a bunch of, height-controlled areas that, have their own temperatures based on how high they are. Because I want to see if it actually, like, leads to different creatures showing up. Dunno. It's not like it really matters that much. It's just kind of a fun idea. Oh, did we get a... Oh, no. Those, like, pings are because, Oh, no, we actually do have some, We do actually have some plants up top here. No idea. Honestly, it's super tempting, to just let time pass and see what happens. Hey, what critter do we... not critter, what plant's up and over here? It's, whatever the scrub grass is. Barraguanathea. Oh, neat. Other nice thing about free mode is I can just use this to, farm up a ton of items. Not that it really matters. Like, honestly, I think once I'm done with this experiment, unless there's something I absolutely have to, like, get, it might actually be pretty close to the end of the series for me. Not that I'm particularly bored of it, it's just that, ultimately, you kind of hit the end of the content available, and you just gotta move on to other games. And that's okay, too. Grass, how interesting. Yeah, it's not exactly the most, exciting of things. Fast forwarding really does not actually take that much time. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I just hope that the indie market just keeps expanding. 'Cause like there's just so much potential for so many cool games along the way, and it's just like, please, just make some really nice ones here and there. From, like, genres that other people are sitting on. Don't make MMOs. And we don't need more MOBAs. We really freaking don't need more MOBAs. Huh. Palm tree. Went away. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I'll probably have to mess with some things. Curious why the tree died out. Maybe I can wait for it to come back and... Huh. I think I might have to actually experiment here. What do we think? Raise the temperature? Yeah, let's raise the temperature a little bit. We've got a lot of critters around here, but temps could be a bit higher. Maybe? I don't know. I'm afraid to use stuff like global warming a little bit. Okay, that's good. That might be too much. Oh well. MMO MOBA. An MMO MOBA would be really dull. Probably. I don't know, I've seen a lot of studios try and do it, and it's just like... I guess for me, PvP games always seem like kind of a wasted venture, especially if it's already dominated by somebody else in the market. Because there's too many, like, I've seen too many games try and beat League of Legends and Dota and stuff like that. And it's just, it's not worth it. It's just not. These guys are doing really well. Let's make it rain here. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, really cool potential MMOs out there. I read a lot of fiction, I guess? Amateur fiction, here and there. And some of them are, like, really fantastical and complete garbage. Like, I really enjoyed reading Log Horizon before I found out the, before I heard that the main writer, oops, wrong direction, is actually a bit of a scumbag. Maybe not scumbag, I don't know, criminal? Okay, let's lower this down. Not really sure what I'm doing with this one, but I want to do this. Okay. That's pretty bad. Let's keep going around. But yeah, I've gotten into amateur writing because I myself am trying to write. I've talked about this a number of times, but it's just like, it is nice to read like other amateur works and be like, okay, going to avoid this, not going to avoid this. This actually is a good idea. Or just, I don't know, whatever. Mainly it's also just free. And super easy to get my hands on. Okay, let's, yeah, that's a big old waterfall. Shrink some of this stuff down. Let's just make this weird step. I don't even know what my plan is with this thing. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, this is actually kind of cool looking. I'm gonna expand this entire corner. I actually really like this. Just gotta make sure I don't accidentally grab any of the parts that I don't want. Actually, this is a bad idea. We gotta... let's heal a bit. Okay, oh. We're full up. I should probably stop using so many of my recovery leaves just in case I need them later. But also, like, who cares? Yeah, I didn't do this right. Oh, that's okay. I should have left more room. But this is okay. There we go. Let's actually, like, lower this section down. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just neat. Or not. I don't know. It's all kind of a perspective thing here. I don't like this song that much, but that's okay. Graduating college tomorrow, gonna find a job in an internship. Dude, congrats! I did that... yeah, I guess 4 years ago. Shell, we graduated 4 years ago. How does that feel?
Terrible.
Okay. There you have it, folks. Terrible. I mean, honestly, like, it wasn't all bad. It actually worked out pretty well for me, all things considered.
Yeah.
Worked out well for you, too.
In a way.
You get to mooch every day. Sit around, play World of Warcraft.
I'm not. Wait. I should be going to bed.
Yeah, should be going to bed. I'm just relaxing for a bit and messing around with things. Hey, we get Pachynorthus. I have no idea what that is. I messed up my waterfall a bit. I know I messed up my waterfall a bit. Yeah. That is actually more than a little bit. Okay, let's go fix my waterfall. It's actually a really easy fix. Guess I should probably use my mouse. Okay, so we do this. Oh. Right, we gotta go up, then down. Up, down. Up, down. Up, down. There we go. Okay, waterfall's good again. It's kind of interesting that it's got this, like, deserty section over here. I actually really like this. This is cool. Let's see, a Shell on Horde or Alliance. She's on Alliance. She likes...
Well, we play both.
We kind of play both. We've played both. Honestly, we just don't play World of Warcraft that much. It's been... I don't know. I played a ton of WoW in college, so after getting through all of that, I was just like, eh, now it's just kind of a hobby game occasionally.
Which is bad because you're paying the subscription for it.
Yeah. It's okay. Got other things to play. It is weird running from the perspective of being a person that plays video games for a living, because everything else just kind of ends up being, I don't know, tertiary? There's not much changing around here. I guess we should probably start, let's start abusing seeds of mutation and whatnot. I got a bunch of critters around here. Let's see what I can mutate. Not entirely sure if you're the best thing to mutate here. But yeah, if I can't have creatures immediately, let's just mutate the crap out of it. Hopefully we'll get something new. My tree is only like half complete. And I'm sure I could actually, you know, get some cool bits if I actually bothered. Let's do that. Because yeah, I'm gonna be getting more of these seeds. Wish I had maybe not lost the tree, because I bet that would have actually helped out. Let's see. Anything else here? Not really. Oh, right. Don't we have, stromatolite. Aren't we looking... Oh, right. We've got, Cyclomedusa. Looking for the seaweed around here. I'm sure we had some of it. Here we are. There we go. Let's see what happens if I do this. Okay, so we get some new critters. Live! Live for me! Actually, they're all going to just die out on me. Oh, that's okay. I don't know if the world's like too hot, too cold. I'm just letting it go. Actually, I should probably call it quits here. Unfortunately, without the tutorial elements, I've actually kind of forgot the direct hand-holding. I've actually kind of forgot how to play. Which isn't good. But that's okay. I don't know. Kind of nice to just relax and load this game up. And I might look up like a basic guide on how to get some things. That's okay.